Hey everyone, and welcome to the Weekend Hedge. Today is the 23rd of February, 2025. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Sumit, the author of a book on hedging and trade management techniques. All the trades that I take and the um, methods that I talk about in my courses are based on my book. A big welcome to all the members who've joined last week. So without further ado, let's get straight into the agenda for today. On the screen is the economic calendar for next week, Monday to Friday. This is just to note that because I live in the UK, so all the timings that you see here on the left side are all GMT. So you can probably add or subtract the time difference with the UK to your time zone. In terms of the week itself, it doesn't seem to be a very turbulent week. We do have the Japanese holiday, the Emperor's birthday tomorrow, so don't expect any movement on the yen. There is the CPI news coming out of Europe, so the euro may be having a little bit of movement there. Going on to Tuesday, two pieces of news, one coming out of Germany, the other one out of the US. I don't expect much movement there. Regular feature for Wednesday, that's the crude oil inventories. That may move the oil up or down a little bit, and we do trade oil, so we keep an eye on that. New home sales for January. Let's see how that kind of pans out. I'm not expecting any great deviation from the normal, so don't think it's going to be that turbulent. Going into Thursday, you'll have the GDP, the Q4 GDP coming out of the US, the initial jobless claims, durable goods. Not expecting much movement in the markets then. And then getting into Friday, a couple of pieces of news from the US and one from coming out of Europe. Again, the DAX may be moving a little bit with the German CPI data coming out, but overall, I would say a pretty regular week without any big announcements. Right, so let's start. What you see here on the screen is the trading view page for the stocks that I'm trading. I've got the Aussie CAD on the daily time frame that I've opened up here. I trade on the daily time frame only, and I trade or I spend about 20 minutes every day on my charts in the evening. So every candle is one day, right? Okay. So you see the indicator. This is the TWA indicator, which I developed in PineScript, and every member can download it from the community page and configure it. There's a video which would help you to do that. Right, so to get started with the trades, which I have here on the right side, and these are the pairs that I'm trading at the moment, 9 pairs. There were 8 pairs till last week. I've just added the gold yen to it, and I'll talk about that as we go. So the Aussie CAD, the trade that we were in, we closed that on the 7th of February in profit. And we opened a new trade on the 19th of February as we got a new buy signal. So yeah, all good there, and we are moving in the right direction. The Aussie Swiss franc, and I've drawn a bunch of lines there to basically say which trades that we are currently in. So we are currently in a hedge. So the trade that we were in till the 24th of January, that closed off the previous hedge that we were in. and then we got a sell trade on the 28th of January, which we took, and that is this long black line showing that it didn't go in our favor. It went up, and yeah, then on the 5th or the 6th of February is when we got a new buy signal, and we took that. So we are in a full hedge here in the Aussie Swiss franc. The Euro AUD, well, we are in a triple hedge in this one. This is just moving sideways, going nowhere. We're doing okay till the end of last year. We got into January and it's been a bit messy. 2nd of January took a sell trade, didn't go in our favor, hedged it off on the 10th of January. Got another sell, which we took on the 15th of January, which was a 2x trade. Didn't go for us. We hedged it on the 27th of January, so that's a 2x hedge. Then took sell position, a 3x on the 3rd of February, went in our favor and closed that off with some profit on the 6th or the 7th of February, and trimmed a bit of the earlier hedges, and then got a buy on the 12th. Took that as a 3x, hasn't gone in our favor, and so on the 18th we've got another sell which we've taken. So a triple hedge in place there. So hoping for it to go in one of the directions, right? It seems to be stuck in this range here. What would help us if it goes in any direction, up or down, it doesn't matter, but we need it to move. The Euro US dollar, right, I've written it, the notes here. We are in a double hedge. I've just put them in order, one below the other, just to make it simpler. So 30th of Jan, new sell trade. Move this around just to show you. So we got into this sell trade here. Move this a little bit. There we go. To make it accurate, new sell trade didn't go for us. Took a new buy trade, and that hedged our position. On the 3rd of February, 10th of February, took another sell. That was a 2x sell taken. Didn't go in our favor. And then on the 13th of February, took a buy. So we are in a double hedge at the moment, and we would be looking forward to the next sell, take a 3x sell, and try to close off the hedge that we're in. The pound Aussie dollar, all good here. Closed the previous trade in a profit, now in a new buy trade, which we took on the 13th of February. It's gone sideways, not gone in my direction as yet. But yeah, let's see how it goes on the pound Aussie. The pound Canadian dollar, so close the previous one in profit, previous trade in profit on the 6th of February, 7th of February. Got a new buy trade on the 17th of February, which read here on the TWA indicator, and so far it's going in my direction. I've drawn some lines here. You can see this region here at the top and this one at the bottom, so it's kind of moving around between these two levels. That's fine. If it just continues to do that, we'll keep making money. Silver, right? So silver had last year was a really good year for silver with its movement, both in the upward as well as the downward direction. We got into a sell trade on the 13th of Jan. That's why I've drawn this horizontal line here. Didn't go in our favor. We got a buy on the 15th. We've taken that, and well, we are in a full hedge at this point in time, and it's just going up. We're waiting for a sell now to come in, and we can take a 2x sell and try to close off the hedge that we are in. Talking of oil, so we are in a double hedge for oil at the moment. We're doing pretty well till the initial part of February. Got a buy on the 11th, took that buy, which I've mentioned here. The 12th of February got a sell the day after. Funny, isn't it? And we are in a full hedge. Got another buy on the 20th of February, took a 2x buy, and guess what? On the very next day, on the 21st of February, we've got a sell. So when the markets open now, we would be getting into another sell, a 2x sell, and would be hedging our position, having a double hedge there. And gold yen, this is a new pair that I've added. Now it's there's a reason why I added this pair, and looking at how this pair has been performing. So if I just zoom out, maybe go to the weekly time frame, what we see here, and probably get rid of this trend line to start with. But overall, you can see that this is just moving in one direction, right? So overall, the gold is just appreciating against the yen. So I will really be looking at taking only buy signals, and I just wanted to bring in a little bit of variation into the trades that we are taking. So I brought in the gold, brought in gold against the yen. So going to the daily time frame, which we trade, overall it's been going up. I took this buy trade on the 18th of February. Hasn't gone in my direction. There's a sell trade that's come on the 21st, so I will take a hedge here and then wait for the next buy signal. Right, so these are the trades of the pairs that we are currently in. And now let me go to the stocks, which many of you have asked for. And let me take a sip of water. Right, so the stocks that you see here on the right side, I had a laundry list of stocks. I've tried to put them into the different sectors just to make it a little easier to look at. But yeah, there are a lot of stocks. I probably won't go through all of them. But yeah, so let's start with Microsoft. Right, so you can read my notes here, but overall, Microsoft has been kind of stuck in a range. There is pretty strong resistance, which we see here at 405. I did post this in the community chat as well as an opportunity to take. So you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has had very multiple bounces here. And overall, we're looking at buying it now, as it's taken another bounce off this 405 level. And we will look at the first resistance, which comes in at around 446, 447 as our target. So buy is what we are looking at. So I got started. There's one bit that I should have talked about before I started with stocks, is that overall, when we are looking at stocks, we're really looking at taking trades only in the upward direction. So only going long, as the stock market has an upward bias, and it's more important to be right rather than wrong when we are going long. Right, now getting to the next one, that's Apple. So overall, again, we are looking at only buys. You can read my notes there. It's kind of formed a base there. Try to draw some trend lines. You can adjust these further as we go. Um, it's So we've taken a buy there on the 12th of February as it bounced off this. In fact, we've taken a one of the first buy that we've taken was here on the 23rd of January. Took another additional buy here on the 12th of February. We're going well. If you're not in the trade, don't get into the trade now, as it's already a bit stretched. What I would suggest is let it probably come back to the trend line and bounce off it, and you can probably look at getting into the trade then. Google, overall doing quite well. It was I've drawn a trend line there just to show um, that it is moving in the upward direction. There is a trade that taken on the 3rd of January, worked really well for us. Remember, we don't take any sell trades to make profit, but only for hedging. We had a few hedges going on there, and currently um, the um, the price has broken this trend line, which is not a good not a very good thing. But let's see if it can recover. And this is only a blip, and it regains this trend line. It goes up, and that may be a good time to buy. Oracle has been doing quite well, overall moving in the upward direction, respecting this trend line or crossing it at times, but regaining it. I would suggest we wait for the price to probably come and test the trend line again. And if it bounces off it, we can look at taking a buy trade. But for the moment, wait. No trade there. Nvidia, great stock, moving in the upward direction, respecting the trend line. It did take a dip back in August of last year, but regained it and it's doing quite well. For the moment, if you're not in the trade, it's quite straightforward. Just wait, let it come back to the trend line, and let's see if it respects it, and we can then looking at taking that trade. There are other stocks as well in technology, but I've just taken a few. But if there are any particular stocks which you want me to look at, mention those in the comments below, and I can include them in my analysis for next week. Moving on to finance, we start with Berkshire Hathaway. It's been moving in this range. There's strong support which you have at 442. There's strong resistance here. You see at 484. Now it's bounced off this resistance. So as such, there may be more downside that's coming. If you're already in the trade, consider taking profits and putting a trailing stop in place. If you're not in the trade, just wait. It may come down further before looking at going up, but a good place to buy would really be this 442 level. I would not buy here. Moving to BAC, Bank of America. So drawn a trend line this minute. Yeah, okay, so just adjusting the chart there. It's been respecting this trend line really well. Now it is going to adjust the trend line a little bit to include this bar as well, but let's see if it bounces off this trend line. If it does, wait to see if we get an indication on the TWA indicator as well. Yeah, and it may bounce off it, and it will be a good time to buy. Remember, the dividends are coming out. The earnings are quite far away. We're already done for this quarter. So yeah, let's see how Bank of America pans out. American Express. Yeah, I drew this trend line as it was respecting it it's respected it at 1, 2, 3 places or 3 times, and it's broken the trend line. So it will probably be a good idea to wait and let's see if it can regain that trend line and if we get a buy. we can look at buying this. JP Morgan, a couple of trend lines that I've drawn there. Overall, looking at where we are, probably wait for the price to come back to the trend line. This is a shorter term trend line, and the one which you see here is the weekly one. So let's see which one it kind of respects. But if it breaks the daily trend line and it breaks this support here, that would be a negative sign. But overall, if it bounces off at one of these trend lines, that would be a good time to buy. Moving on to the pharma stocks. Well, starting with J&J, it's been stuck in this range. Strong resistance there in the band between 166 and 169, and strong support here at 141 to 143. It's moving upwards towards this resistance. So if you're already in this trade, consider taking some of the profits now and let the trailing stop run as it moves to this resistance, and I would probably take my profits there. Eli Lilly, similar to J&J, stuck in this range here between 720 and 960. If you're currently in the trade, look at taking some profits and putting a trailing stop in place. It can probably move down and then move up, but I wouldn't get into trading LLY at this stage. Merck, well, this one is quite different from some of the other healthcare or pharma stocks. It is in a big downtrend here, so overall, not be looking at buying this stock at any time in the near future. Let's see how it kind of performs and if it bottoms out, but for the moment, I would keep away from Merck. United Health, overall, there is strong support here at 440. Let's try and zoom out and check. Yeah, so it has bounced off this level of 440, and that's a big bounce that it's taken. So moving back to the daily time frame, we get a signal on the TWA indicator. This may be a good time to buy United Health. Procter & Gamble, overall, again, kind of stuck within a range. Very strong support here at 158 to 160. Overall, it's it's moving sideways. Maybe a good time to buy, but I wouldn't say this is the best stock to buy at this stage, but would still be a buyer. Costco, strong stock, moving upwards, respecting the trend line. Not a good time to buy it, of course. Probably want to wait for it to come down to the trend line and bounce off it. Get a Tradewisenet, get the TWA signal and take a buy. Also, just keep the earnings in mind. That when the earnings come in, the stock tends to be turbulent at that point in time. Target, big downtrend. I would wait for it to bottom out and reverse its trend before looking at any buys. Earnings coming in as well. Doesn't look good at the moment, so no trades there. TJX, and this is one of the picks that I had during the week. It's definitely moving in an ascending manner in the right direction. I would wait for the trend line to be respected and bounce off it before taking a buy on it. But looking good, but wait for a few days before it goes up. And also just keep in mind that the earnings are just around the corner, the 26th of February, so it is next week. So just see how it goes from there. Coke, Um, it's it had a strong level of resistance at 72.65 or so. It has been going up, but it seems to be stretched, so no point in buying it now. Um, it's if you are in this trade, uh, close and take some of your profits and put a trailing stop and see how it goes. But definitely no point in buying it at this point in time. Moving to oil and energy. So next era energy, very strong support here at the 66 to 69 level, and it's bounced off it. Good time to buy this stock and see how it progresses. MPC, that's Marathon Petroleum. Overall, kind of stuck in a range, bounced off this level. I've drawn this range as it has, or this support level as it has bounced off it earlier, but it has respected this resistance level. So would probably wait for it to break that before looking at taking any trades there. Occidental Petroleum, a similar story, strong resistance, bounced off it, so no trades there. Bang, strong downtrend here, so I will not consider the Fang stock at this point in time. And overall, the oil stocks are not doing all that well with the oil prices coming down, but we will still continue to look for opportunities. ExxonMobil, it seems to have formed a double bottom here, and it is and bottomed out. If we take that as the case, it's a decent time to buy ExxonMobil. It may go down once again and then go up. So yeah, but it's a good time to buy ExxonMobil. Chevron, again, trend lines that I've drawn there kind of depict that it's a converging triangle. Overall, it's forming lower highs and it's bounced off this trend line, so probably not a very good time to buy the Chevron stock. Shell, if I zoom out of that, it was going pretty well till the middle of last year, and then it kind of dropped out. It's got a strong support here at 60, which it bounced off. Now it is approaching this resistance level, and I would probably be looking at it to break that level and give some more strength before it takes off. Right, so there are more stocks that I've included here, but all of those which which the members had asked for, I've gone through. But if there are others, as I said earlier, which you would want me to deep dive upon, just mention them in the comments, and I will include them. Right. So to join the community, let me go to the community page. Right. So this is the Tradewisenet community. I do post trading ideas every day, and those are on stocks, or it could be on Forex, whichever ones are coming out on the day. There is the feed, which you can look at. You can configure the nas.io app on your phone, and so you will don't need to log into your computer every time. You can just see these updates on the app. In terms of the products, so first of all, starting with the free session. So this is available to all community members. And by the way, joining the Tradewisenet community is free. So you can book your free session with me, and you can really ask me any questions that you may have, whether to get started or to join the community. And you can go and book your session through the app or through the after you've logged in um, through this window itself, and it will give you the time slots which are available on each of the days, and you can go in and pick your slot. Other products, so yes, there is the 30-day course on hedging and trading management. So if you want to learn the techniques of how I trade, there is a 4-module course which is really comprehensive, and you can learn the techniques of hedging and trade management through the course. You can join it um, straight through the website. There is, for those of you who are wanting just the indicator, so you can buy that of the website here, and it'll give you the directions on how to install it and use it. There is, of course, the Premium Club as well. Let me go to the Premium Club. So that's the premium community, and as a member, you will have complete access to it. Of course, it's got many things which are like the right. So it's got the one-on-one session. This is specifically for club members only. You get a free copy of the book, and you get the indicator as well for free. There is, of course, the regular feed, as well as trading ideas, which I post from time to time. In fact, on a daily basis. And there are also the access to events or meetings which I hold, and that's accessible to all the Premium Club members. So you too can join the Tradewisenet community. That's the community page that you see there. The free daily tips and insights which I post on the feed, and all members have access. All members have access to it. Remember that it's free to join, so you can avail of it straight away. Going to the products page, you can book your free 15-minute session, and that's absolutely free of cost with me. You can ask me any doubts that you have, any questions that you have, whether it's to get started or about the products or the course. There is the 30-day course on hedging and trading management. It's a 4-module course, and there are more details that are available on the website, and you can enroll for it directly through the link here. The Tradewisenet indicator, the TWA indicator, you can buy it straight off the website, and it'll also, once you do that, you'll also get a video explaining how to configure it for TradingView. Just to note that if you have enrolled for the course, you will get the Tradewisenet indicator for free within it. But the one-on-one session is the free 15-minute session is free for everyone, and it's available. Right. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is the Premium Club. So every Premium Club member, so the fee for that is £15 per month. Every member gets a personalized one-on-one session with me every week, wherein we will look at the trades that you've taken and how we would go about managing those. So, and you will get full access to the trades that I have taken. The ebook, that's Profitable Hedging and Trade Management Techniques in Forex Trading, you will get the book for free. It's available on Amazon for a cost. If You would get it for free as a part of the membership, and you will get the Tradewisenet indicator or the TWA indicator as well, which you can install and start using. Right, so that's it for the session today. If you have any questions, post them in the comments box below. Well, happy trading, and I hope to see you all next week. Bye.